All right, wanted to go over with you guys some dividing decimals situation here. So we have two decimal numbers here, and we're dividing them. We have 5 and 12/100 divided by 3 and 2/10, and we're going to go over how to divide those. So first, we always know that whenever we're going to do division, this first number is what's going to go in the cage. Okay, so we have our cage. Okay, the first number is 5 and 12/100, so I'm going to go 5 and 12/100 in the cage. Okay, and then 33 and 2/10 goes outside the cage. Okay, all right. Really, the only difference between dividing decimals and dividing our whole numbers is moving the decimal. Once we move that decimal, then we go ahead and we just do long division how we normally would. So here's how we're going to move this decimal. Instead of saying it's 3 and 2/10 into 5 and 1/10, okay, let's make it easier with numbers that are easier to work with as whole numbers. So we're going to move this decimal point over to turn 3 and 2/10 into a whole number of 32. Okay, but if we've changed this, we also have to change this the same way. So we're moving that decimal point over here. Okay, now what I'm going to tell you guys to do is, as soon as you move that decimal point over, also move it straight to the top. Okay, that's where our decimal point is going to be for this problem. Okay, all right, we haven't changed. On a side note, we haven't changed this problem at all because we've done exactly the same thing to the dividend as we have done to the divisor. Okay, we've done the same exact thing to both of them, so we haven't changed this problem at all. Okay, all right, so now we're going to do our long division just how we've always done it. 32 goes into 51. Well, I know 2 32s would be 60, so I'm really confident that this is going to go in one time. 1 times 32 gives me 32. And I'm going to subtract that from the 51, and I'm going to get 19. Okay? To explain that, so 2 minus 1 we can't do, so we would have to borrow, right? 11 minus 2 is 9, 4 minus 3 is 1. So that's where we get the 19. Then, like always, we got to bring down this 2, right? We got to bring down that 2. Okay, 32 goes into 192. Now, I know sometimes this is where it can get a little difficult and complicated. Okay, how many times does 32 go into 192? Okay? 2 things you can do. Estimate it. Okay, so change instead of 32, say, okay, what about 30? How many times can 30 go into 190? Okay, well, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, and then 180. Oh, 180, so 6 times. So let me try 6. 180 gets me pretty close, so let me try 6. So I'm going to do 32 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 9. Oh, 192. That works. So 32 goes into 192 6 times. 6 times 32 is 192. I have 0 for my remainder, so I got nothing else to do, okay, because all I would be bringing down is another 0, and so I got nothing there.